Ever since COVID, driving my car has just been a ball ache. Have you not noticed how much the roads have changed? 24-hour bus lanes, all these LTN, low traffic neighborhoods, all these roads you're not allowed to turn down anymore. And the cost of all these little charges have just gone through the roof. Congestion charge, they extended the hours of congestion charge, and they made it longer, and they made it more expensive. They then added ULEZ. They then added the Blackwall Tunnel and Silvertown Tunnel charges. They then added you have to pay to stop at the airport, which happened during COVID as well. Like, all these little extra charges started taking place. Like, it was crazy. Here's another thing that I've just come across that they're going to start doing. And at the time, I thought it was, they want to save pollution. They want to fix the air quality and the environment. Now, the older I get, the less I listen to the government and the news and shit. I don't listen to it anyway, but like, let's have a listen.
Electric vehicles are soon going to be every single new car sold in this country.
That's not even going to be possible. I don't think we have the resources to actually make that possible. And I think that there'll be enough backlash that it won't be possible because people love petrol. People still love petrol cars. People love gas. There's gas heads, there's proper car heads. They hate this electric stuff. Anyway.
We're talking about a measured phase out of the incentives that we've become accustomed to in those early stages of the market.
But imposing a congestion charge is not phasing out an incentive, is it?
Oh, it is, because there was a cleaner vehicle and that's being reduced.
There is no congestion charge on electric vehicles at the moment, so there's an incentive to drive one in London. In the future, there won't be. Well, good luck in watching electric car sales plummet over the next year, because that, I can assure you, is what's going to happen given the policies that you're promulgating.
Well, we'll come back and see if that's the case.
So, I don't think this video provided enough context, right? So I'm going to add some further context to this. But essentially what's happening is electric cars are going to be charged for congestion charge, right? Right now, they're not. But they're about to be. And the problem here, and it doesn't really make sense, is that if they're going to end the exemption for electric cars, the whole point of the electric car thing that they want to try and do is to have cleaner air. That is the whole point of this stuff, right? Cleaner air, everyone rides bikes, no more gas, da-da-da-da-da. But as you can see here, the exemption is going to end on December 25th, Christmas Day, right? So electric vehicles, battery electric and hydrogen fuel cell that are registered with the TfL will now have to pay congestion charge. And also, the congestion charge fee is going to increase to 18 quid. I remember when it used to be like 12 quid, right? And electric cars will receive a 25% discount if they register for autopay. But the thing is, the whole point, what they're trying to do is get people to drive these cars so that they don't affect the environment anymore, pollution, all that stuff. But it doesn't make sense to charge these people because now there's no incentive for them to buy an electric car, whether you're in London or not. But obviously London is the main focus for this particular thing. Why would you? Maybe a part of the incentive is to potentially get an electric car so that you don't have to pay congestion charge and you work in the city so you can ride around and you're good. But now you don't need to because it doesn't make a difference because you still got to pay congestion charge. So how are electric car sales going to increase? They're going to plummet. They're going to go down because the reason of you getting them, maybe for the discounts and all that stuff, is slowly being eroded, which then leads us to another question about what are the real motives here? And sometimes I know we don't like to question things because we are in a world that lack critical thinkers. We're in a world that lack people that think in general. You ever had a conversation with people? I just feel like sometimes I'm talking to zombies. But the question here is, if the government's plan is to fix congestion and stop pollution, why are you making electric cars have to pay to drive in these areas that they never had to pay for? They were allowed to do it freely. The whole point is, if there was more electric cars in those congested zones, then the air would be cleaner, right? That's the theory. So why are you charging? So what's the real motive now? Here's what I think. Because at first I used to think they want everyone to have electric cars because I was on the conspiracy theory bandwagon. I thought, okay, They want everyone to have electric cars, the whole credit system, so they can control us. Your ID is linked to your digital ID is linked to your electric car, so that if you do something bad, they can shut down your car, so you can't even go far anymore because it's all done by electric. But maybe it's not that anymore, because why are they doing this? Maybe it's not that. And I'm a conspiracy theorist. I can admit it. I don't believe nothing. Talk about COVID jabs. I don't believe nothing. But there must be a reason for this, and I don't know what the reason is. But that's my guess. Well, it's not a guess, but that's what I thought it was gonna be. So then my next guess is we're at the point where they're squeezing out the middle class with the whole cost of living and all that stuff. So maybe, just maybe they are looking to just make sure no one drives anymore, so everyone has a bike. Because again, what happened during COVID, all these bike lanes started coming up. They started really getting more sophisticated with the bike lanes, and they're pushing people to ride a bike, even though England is freezing. Who wants to ride a bike in England? It's freezing. I rode my bike this morning. My hands are still cold now. It's cold. Who wants to ride a bike in London when it's cold? I don't know. I see people do it, but I don't want to do that. So maybe the goal is to make sure no one can drive. No one can afford to drive because they're squeezing out the middle class. It's either you're rich or you're poor. So you can't even afford a car. So then you can get a bike. So then there's no pollution anyway because everyone's on a bike. And everyone's skinny because they're doing so much cardio. I don't know. My conspiracy theory hat hasn't quite got into action yet. But anyway, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I got some more videos to make, man. I got some stuff to talk about because there's some crazy stuff happening in the world right now.